Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, today we're going to be doing a little cooking. As you can see, this is the recipe, and this is what it calls for. What do you like to cook? Do you like a little steak? Yummy, so delicious. So, it doesn't matter your choice, your cut, whatever you're going to be, deciding when you go to the grocery store. Me, I like the kind of leaner, most of all, economical choices. I like steak, beef, period. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make sure I add enough, and I'm just going to begin putting all of the ingredients together. I do like to put a little butter down before I go ahead and cook it, just to give it a little extra flavor. I'm going to slice up these tomatoes. Oh my goodness, I love a good pair of scissors in the kitchen while you're cooking. It makes things so easy. And yes, so I do have two pairs, but I do like to use them. And so this griddle can get very hot. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and spread out the avocado. I didn't make any guacamole, but I'm just going to use avocado and go ahead and put it on there. And yes, it's already looking delicious. Now with the steak, I did add some fajita, packet where you put the mix in the meat. Okay, I did use a fajita packet. I did put some lemon pepper, just a little bit of garlic seasoning, and I put some onion powder. And yeah, so all of the ingredients that I usually pick up from like Dollar Tree and the local grocery stores that we visit. So it's your choice of what you want to do, but the flavor was really popping. It was kicking, and the tomatoes were on point too. It gave it a little bit more juicier flavor. So yeah, so that came out good. And the onions, now I did wish I had put some bell peppers with that mix, but I did not, but it still came out good. So yeah, so here I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it a little bit easier with the with the scissors, and just go ahead and slice up. Now the meat is, on some of them, I think it was pretty much more than 4 ounces. So at the end, you'll see that's why it was leftovers, because wasn't able to eat all of it in one sitting. Now you can whip up some rice, some Spanish rice, or put you some beans on the side, and yeah, it can go further with it. Now it does have avocado on it, but if you want to make yourself like a sauce using sour cream or something like that, you can. So on mine, I like the cheese, kind of medium, and then others, they might not want as much cheese, but that's okay. But it's so delicious, it's easy, it's economical, and it saves time. So if you're, you work a lot and you want to come home and just cook something that's quick, easy, filling, and it's delicious, and you may have leftovers, then yeah, okay, because that's what we're doing. We're gonna cook and clean and all of that. And so yeah, this is how it's gonna look, fold it over. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and get to cleaning, because when you cook, what's next? You're gonna clean. When you clean, you're gonna cook, and it just repeats itself over and over again. Okay, it's like a never ending story. So yeah, Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and take the liberty with that hot water. I'm going to go ahead and pour it on the griddle and give it a little scrub because that's what's needed to just pretty much keep it clean. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that and get back to cleaning the sink out and pretty much wrapping up food that's, left over. Okay, now I probably would edit this part out, but what I'm just doing is getting prepared to see how this project is going to come together. Okay, so here we are. So, oh my goodness, I get so tired of having to be careful with scratching and putting things in the sink, just making it look old. So I want to keep it shiny and possible as long as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut a circle along where the drain is, and I'm gonna lay this mat out. Okay, this mat is a tub mat. Now I think I said this before on my previous video, but this video should have came out before that video, but nonetheless, okay, this is a preventive measure for me because dishes get washed and we throw things in the sink, and so if I can prevent that and help it last as long as possible, then that's what I want to do. So I decided to just go ahead and get this batch out and just put it here and let it rock out and do what it's gonna do. And it's affordable, only paid like $3 for it. I was walking around trying to find some curtains and a light bulb went off. I said, look, let me just go ahead and grab this because so I'm just gonna cut this circle out, as you can see, so the water flow can keep going and it just pulls up, and then I can just go ahead and clean it after I finish washing the dishes and getting all of the debris out of the sink. So this comes in handy, and go ahead and try it if you have a deep and a long sink. Okay, so so it should look something like this. Everything is lined up, and so I was like, it has the same like pebble stone effect, so why not just go ahead and use this? It makes sense, okay, especially for me. So there's, you see, that one is like, you can see it's smaller, and so I was just like, why not go ahead? And I was walking around Ross and I was trying to find something, but I couldn't find nothing that day, and then later on I ended up finding this. So you see, it's a bath mat, and it just works. So I'm pleased with that idea. So so now we know it works. Let's just go ahead and give it a scrub and give it a little bit more cleaning, and just sanitize it and make sure it's clean to our liking and all of that. So pretty much we're gonna go ahead and get this done, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish up this griddle. This is a 1500-watt griddle made by Mainstay. It comes from Walmart. So so I got it for a gift and I utilize it now. So hey, we're just gonna scrub all of the debris that's left on the griddle and just get it prepared and ready for the next use. Okay, so everything is pretty much all done and in this area of the kitchen, so the sink is looking good. Okay, it's all shined up, and as you can see, there is enough space on the mat where I can put a pot, my cast iron skillet down, and I don't have to worry about, you know, being so super critical if I'm gonna, you know, scratch anything up. So just move on over, and then we're gonna see that the dishes is all together. And then yeah, so I'm liking how that mat looks. And yeah, so the griddle came together, countertop debris, all of that is cleaned up. And yeah, so we got them leftovers popping. That's what's cracking. So if you got, you know, leftover food, you know, I'm a leftover eater. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to thank you so very much for watching. Come back and visit my channel. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.